Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Live Now, where Filippo and I discuss cars that are currently live on Cars and Bids. Welcome back, Filippo.
That's right. I'm back and ready to win.
Oh, are you? Did you have a nice bath in your marinara sauce on your birthday?
Sorry, what?
You didn't watch the last episode. Now we know. Go back and watch it. Anyway, so last week, Nick was here, and he said some outrageous things, but we picked cars that we think were going to be future classics. And based on the post, which you can go to on the Cars and Bids community section, looks like a victory for me. Sorry, Nick, the RS4.
Hey, at the end of the day, it has to be Filippo. I win. Wasn't even here.
Wow, dang, you're going to claim victory over that.
Am.
Well, today you're going to get to compete for it again because we are picking cars from different eras. A car that is considered a classic, a car that's considered a neoclassic, something from the more recent past, which is like 1990 to kind of the mid-2000s, and then something that is modern. So three different cars to accomplish three different tasks from three different eras. You ready?
Love it.
All right, let's jump right in with one of your choices. I'm going to start with your oldest one first.
Okay.
Which is this 1972 Triumph TR6. I love the TR6.
Okay, this is really cool. So this is a Triumph TR6. Has had a frame-off restoration. So it's actually like a really nice, and I believe it's an award-winning restoration, no less. It's also finished in Aston Martin's Amethyst Red Metallic. It looks gorgeous, truly beautifully done restoration. Looks gorgeous inside and out. The interior also looks incredible.
I'm curious.
Has a 2.5 liter inline six. It has been upgraded with a bunch of modifications so it now makes 168 horsepower. Hey,
hold on tight.
Hey, that's like 50, 60% more than before. 4-speed manual just seems like a really cool cruiser with like a lot of like enthusiast passion behind it. This car is the car it's a beautiful day. You want to go out for a drive. You're not going for sheer speed, but you want like a really fun driving experience. You want a really classic driving experience. This is what you cruise around the country roads.
Yeah, this is a classic front-engine British sports car. The TR6 is, I've always loved the TR6. TD Blue is my personal favorite color on the car. But they are really appealing. And it's rare to see one in nice restored condition. Most of the ones I can think of are mostly rusted away.
Yeah, correct. So the restoration went a long way here.
It does. And this one looks
quite special.
The color is really nice. This is a fun car. Those are Miata seats, huh?
Yeah. It is all right. It must be.
Definitely. Those are definitely NA Miata seats.
Yep.
Awesome. Which again, headrests or speakers in the headrest.
Yeah, that's right.
Every car should have that.
Yep.
But they are wonderful cars. And you know, it being recently restored, you have a shot at it being reliable.
They're also competent cars, right? I mean,
they are
independent rear suspension. It's I think sportier than I would otherwise give it credit for.
Yeah, this car you can cruise around in, but like you can actually have fun with this car on the back roads
and top down.
And straight six power. Also, like the Lotus Elan is one of the other cars I love from this era, and the Elan is great, but in an unbelievable handling car. But you know, 4-cylinder power, not particularly fast, rapid. This is definitely meant more for cruising. It's kind of more. I think you would enjoy this car as you would enjoy a classic.
I truly think so too. Right, beautiful day. You go out. You go to some back roads. You cruise around. You have some actual driving fun, but also like the experience is there.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it with those highly reflective sunglasses, very stylish sunglasses you have. Wearing that Italian shirt you have with the patch on it.
Thank you. I would. Yeah, the color of the patch doesn't really work with them with this purple color, but it's okay.
It doesn't, but we can have something made for you. So
I appreciate
your
that.
next car is a surprise to me. Picking some right now on Cars and Biz, we have a ton of cars from what I'm calling the neoclassic era, the young timers era, the modern classics.
We do. They're great.
And you chose one that I'm very surprised with. You picked this E46 M3. Now, I know why it's special, but can you explain to people why this car is unique?
All E46 M3 is obviously special.
I agree.
That was said just for you. This is an incredibly nice one. So it's a competition package car, which desirable. Also, the wheels are maybe the best E46 M3 wheels.
They're very good.
It only has 56,000 miles, 57,000 miles. It's unmodified. It's a final model year car. It looks incredibly well cared for. It had a bunch of work done recently, and it just like the E46 M3s, especially the very late compact ones, are becoming increasingly desirable, special, recognized for how special they are.
Especially with a manual. They're very rare with a manual. Like a lot. This time, most of them were SMG, so this is a pretty.
And unmodified is getting harder and harder.
Yep.
For any E46 M3, and this just looks gorgeous. I actually love carbon black on the E46. I think it's a color that works really nicely. It's maybe not quite as special as some of the others, but like it's a beautiful black.
It is. It's actually it's more blue in person.
Yeah, in this photo even. Yeah. It's just such a great car, and I recognize once you know my third choice, it's not that sporty a car, and the Triumph, sporty adjacent, good cruiser. If I want something that's a little bit more like pure, great driving dynamics, legendary driving dynamics, some would say. This car delivers that while still being approachable, accessible, daily drivable.
Yes, absolutely. That is the beauty of the M3.
Yeah. What were you looking at?
No, I was seeing if it was a slick top, but it has.
No, it has a
sunroof.
sunroof.
I was gonna say, man,
But
that would be
for my purposes, that's quite all right. But
Oh, no, I agree.
nevertheless, like this is the E46 M3
it's the one.
I think you want,
I agree.
and I'm into it. Also,
Again,
looks
I'm
so good.
surprised that we. Yeah,
It looks so good, and I know how great of cars they are, and I feel like I should appreciate that.
it is.
Outwardly.
This is like short of. I mean, the CSL, which we never got here, is the most, and then everybody wants the Gunaseka blue, but like this, a late comp in good condition and in a good color is.
And I also love the gray interior. I've always liked the gray BMW interiors.
I don't love the gray interiors personally, but I think it does look nice in this car, and it's in
Some really nice
condition. I think
some color fading there, but
that's very. I've replaced
Yep.
that part before. It's very easy to replace, and actually, the Alcantara on the steering wheel, if you clean that, it would look really, really good. But that's a nice. That's a nice.
by the way,
car.
I passed up a 550 Maranello for this car. I considered a Ferrari 550, and then decided that in the sequence of 3 that I'm laying out, this is the car that best fits I can drive it pretty much anywhere and still have a lot of fun.
Right.
It's this car.
Now let's pick something that you can't drive anywhere, but you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
That's how I describe your final choice as your
right.
more modern.
This is the car I'm most excited about. Period.
This is
This is a
crazy.
2012 Ford F550 Super Duty, but really you think of it as an EarthRoamer. XVLTS is apparently what the model name, but EarthRoamer builds the best off-road RV things. Period.
Yes, full
like
stop.
truly, their current ones. This is a 2012, but their current ones are $1 million plus builds. They are incredibly nice inside. Truly, like if you look at the finishes and the interior photos,
You'd never
they are
know that
stunning.
was a truck.
The reliability of their builds is legitimately quite legendary. They do an incredibly good job. They've custom built pretty much everything that goes into their RV builds. And this seems like an incredibly nice one. This person's driven it. The person's selling it. They've got 94,000 miles, but it still looks incredibly good condition because EarthRoamer builds them pretty dang well. This is the car you take anywhere, and you just live in it wherever you go.
And you look comfortable.
Super into it. You live comfortably, and this is truly, if I had all the money in the world, this would be in my driveway.
And you'd use it to go camping?
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like we go to Arizona all the time. It would be great. You could just sleep in it.
In Arizona, you'd be a king.
Yeah. Like this is just the best version of this type of car. And I am into that. I am into outdoorsy things. I'm into going off the beaten path. You can do that in comfort and luxury. It's like this is the dream RV situation. Period.
I don't disagree. I think that it's just crazy.
You win. You show up in an EarthRoamer, you win.
I just can't get over how nice. I genuinely cannot get over. That really doesn't look like. I would never know that wasn't.
No.
Like,
They've also done nice things to the
crazy.
interior
So
of an
cool.
F550, which is surprising on its own. But like everything they build is super thoughtfully done and super, super nice.
I appreciate like oftentimes I don't like modifications, but when it comes to trucks and like stuff like this, I love seeing stuff that's like executed at a really high level, and this is, and it will sell for a lot.
It'll sell for a lot of money. I mean, it will sell for a portion, obviously, of what it was originally new. And again, their new builds are incredibly valuable, but like there's just real thought put into this, and that makes it so special.
Well, those are 3 pretty different cars.
Let me run through them for you. You can go anywhere, do anything, any weekend. You can live in it if you want. It just all. Is it easy to drive around a city? Maybe not, but it's bigger than some apartments.
Yep.
Keep that in mind.
You can own any back road.
You can own a back road or drive it to the office.
Or drive to the office.
It's fine.
You can own any coastal highway.
You can own a coastal highway, any like country road, a little weekend cruise with the top down. You've got them all covered.
And if you tow this,
With that, yes, which you certainly can.
then you've done it.
You've done
You've
it.
cracked
You
the
win.
code, Filippo.
You've won. All right, try to beat that. I'm listening.
Okay, so for my classic, I chose one that is also from similar years yours. This is a 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1. The Mach.
Damn.
This is a second series Mach 1. There's one that preceded, which I think was made from 69 to 9 or 68 to 70, and then 71 that came out in the Series 2. These had a variety of different engines. This 302 I think was the smallest because you could get this. I think the 351 and the 427, I think you could get. But anyway,
Sure.
Mach 1 I've always liked. I remember growing up with there's someone who, in the summertime, he daily drove it to this like insurance company
That's legit.
in my hometown. So I've always really liked these cars. I think they look really cool. And based on the classics that we had, I felt like this one, again, being like someone who likes Fords, I felt like this was the one that like
I do love
fit.
this. This looks incredible.
Mach 1 is it's just, they're really cool. And of course, like it's not the fastest thing. It's an automatic as well. But nonetheless, this gives me the like the American brawny muscle car feel that I want. Like I want variety in the cars that I have that I picked, and this one is like far out on the spectrum of being raw and like and rumbly and kind of gruff and American. Like
you want to rumble, you drive this for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's a 302, but I still like a 302 is still a lovely engine. And again, it's not really about performance with this. It's more about like the feeling of using this car. So for me,
with you.
The 302, iconic Mach 1, love that car. Now, I know that I like the E39 M5 a lot.
No,
I get mocked for it all the time, but I do love the car. This one is really nice. So this one has a lot of dine-in upgrades, almost enough to make it an S2, but it's not a factory S2 build.
Okay.
So it's got suspension upgrades, it's got the exhaust, it's got the intakes, I think it's got all the stuff, and it seems to be really well presented. And it's carbon black, same as your car.
Yep.
But has the Imola red interior, which is a rare
interior.
color combination on the E39 M5
colorway.
And it has some upgrades, but it's got like, this is kind of stuff that a lot of people do to these cars, but it's nothing that really.
And great components.
Yeah, they're high quality components that like I approve of, and it still looks pretty stock, which I really like.
Tell me why somebody would swap in a BMW 850 CSI clutch slave cylinder.
I would imagine because it's more robust than the one that came with this. It's a little bit bigger. I think because I certainly haven't done it to mine. I've done the brake booster upgrade from the E65, but I haven't had issues with the slave cylinder being a problem on the M5. But nonetheless, this one seems lovely.
It does seem lovely. And also, it has some performance upgrades. It has the Dyna suspension package.
Right. And to be clear, it doesn't make this car like harsh or anything like that. What it does is, I mean, it just kind of gives it a little bit more modern edge. And like, I need something to drive every day. And I do drive one of these every day. So I felt that it was the perfect fit for that. And this seems like a pretty nice E39 M5. So I wanted to have this one on my list. And also, I too is between the 550 Maranello and this, but I needed something I could use every day, and the 550 is tough. And the next car I picked, I really wanted, so I couldn't. I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and when pushed, I'm always going to.
Can you define for me the front bumper splash panel pork chops?
Yes. So those are these down here.
Oh.
So the pork chops are these fender liners. The bottoms of them are thick and dense like a pork chop, and so they've just gotten that nickname in the community. So that's where they are dumb expensive. I think they're like $500 a side these days. I've had to replace one, ran into a curb with it. I'll never make that mistake again.
Tough.
Sucked, yeah. But
tough.
Alas, those are the pork chops on the mighty M5. But lovely car, really like that one.
Okay, what's
the next car? So I've got my classic rumbly experience. I've got my daily driver that still has a very refined rage
German.
to it. But yes. And then I needed a precision sports car.
Sure.
And for that, I picked 981.
We have a McLaren
Spyder.
720S live right now. You don't want that?
That's like you're trying to do something fun. You're trying to rebuild a watch with a sledgehammer. That's
like a really good sledgehammer.
But a nuclear bomb is probably a more sophisticated example. I love that car. They drive wonderfully. This accomplishes more per pound of what I'm looking for. It's everything. Manual transmission only. The 3.8 liter flat six is just enough power. Sounds great. Looks great. The suspension from the GTS, so it's not so harsh. It's just the rare, only for a single model year.
German one, we did a video with one against a regular 981 Boxster. Yep. It's the Boxster Spyder is an incredible car.
It delivers so much for how much these are worth. And granted, it's not an inexpensive car. But given its rarity, given what it can do, given all of those things, I think it is one of the most special modern sports car experiences you can have. I will own one at some point, and I think that it just does absolutely everything perfectly. And the top notwithstanding, but it's not as annoying as its predecessor.
When it's not raining, it does everything perfectly.
Well, we live in San Diego.
Exactly.
You know, so I think betwixt those three,
so when you want to go out to the desert and go camping with your significant other, which car are you gonna take?
Well, we will take this to the resort in the desert, and that will be my camping.
When you want to go across the Western U.S. to go visit some of America's greatest beauties, which car are you gonna take?
Does the M5 have spitfuls? It might. I need to see the rear seats. Picture of the rear seats will tell me. Look, I'm a hotel guy. Yes, it does. So in theory, if I needed to in a pinch, I could sleep in the back of the M5. But no, I'm using it for my use cases. You know,
Missing out on life.
you're not going to be able to keep up with me on the back roads. You definitely can't keep
I don't
up
know,
with me on the
E46 M3.
highway. Oh,
Yeah,
this
Boxster
runs
faster. It does. It does.
There's
It
still more
does.
modern car. This you can't keep up with me on the highway, but I can't. That's true. I can't sleep in as much comfort in my vehicle as, and this just looks cool.
That is cool. I mean, agreed. All right, fair. So I'm confident in my answers, and I would, if given the $350,000 that it costs to create this garage, mine's a little more expensive than yours. These are the cars I would buy. Like no questions asked.
I personally think we did very well. Really hard to pick this week because there's so many good cars.
You've seen this EarthRoamer.
Huh?
You've seen this EarthRoamer.
I have, but don't forget, you ignored. We both walked past this.
walked past that. It's true.
And I can't. I still can't forgive myself for that. But I really wanted the Boxster Spyder, and the M5 I just couldn't say no. But
what a car. Yeah, no, I stand by my choice. Also, I'm so smitten for some reason with the Z46 M3. It's not a very me car, but like it just looks so good.
It's interesting that's bitten you. I can't.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Just this specific one. Look at it.
Bit on it.
It looks it's not in our reserve. It looks incredible.
It is a great car. I really like that. Now, and I'm glad you feel confidently in your garage. And if you feel confidently that one of us has done better than the other, please let us know in the Cars and Bits community tab. There'll be a link in the description below. You can tell us if Filippo chose the better garage with his, what was it called? Earth Mover? What's it called?
EarthRoamer.
EarthRoamer.
And
EarthRoamer M3
and my other two cars.
Yes,
obviously.
and TR6 or my Mach, my Mach 1, my M5, my Boxster Spyder.
Don't get swayed by the M5 crowd.
The M5
it's a good car.
Is God. Now, I will not be here next week. Somebody else will be filling in for me, but I'll be away. But I will be checking. Yes.
Can I say one other car that we passed by that I can't believe I passed by?
One more. I have to go.
We have an Audi R8 with a stick.
Yeah.
Live right now. And if it weren't for the EarthRoamer, I almost call it an Earth Mover. You're doing. If it weren't for that, this is it.
The R8. Well, yeah. If you're going to choose one, I think we both would actually come. We would meet in the middle.
I think we'd choose
the R8. Yeah, R8 V8 6-speed later production facelift car. Like
too many good cars. All right, but I won nevertheless. I expect the next week I will be saying that sentence.
I think I did well.
Meanwhile, Kennan will be in Europe, so he wins.
I will be. Yeah, in the end, I really won. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you when I return. He will talk to you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.